In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing some insight on what my last year in real estate has been spent doing and how I can help you guys make a move in real estate. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for similar videos. If you would like me to talk about specific topics, please share in the comments section. Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk with Salwa. In today's episode, I'm going to discuss everything that goes on in you deciding to make a move to an upsized home or just making a move to a different area. A lot of the people that I work with right now have already been first-time home buyers about 2 to 3 years ago. Some of them have actually been first-time home buyers during the pandemic. So from 2020 to 2023, they have some decisions to make right now. When they made that first move, took that first step into home ownership, they realized that their first home is not going to be their dream home. So they make some compromises, based on the price. They let go of some of their non-negotiables, but were still able to get their foot in the door, get in the market, use their saved up capital as down payment and buy something. And 2 to 3 years later, that decision is actually paying them off quite a bit because the equity that they have built in their home right now is allowing them to start a conversation of potentially upsizing into a bigger home. If these clients do not decide to upsize, go into a bigger home, they do have multiple options to expand their real estate portfolio or choose to live in a different part of the city. And they're very happy and probably thanking themselves at this point that they made that decision to, get their foot in the door, buy something, even if it was not their dream home. So how it works is, for example, somebody bought a home in 2020 that was about $800,000. Let's say it was a townhome. For $800,000, as a first-time home buyer, you could get qualified to put only 5 or 10% down towards that purchase. So let's say you put $80,000 down for an $800,000 purchase. Over 2 to 3 years, your mortgage of about $720,000 has probably gone down to, let's say, about $680 or $670. Based on your monthly payments, the principal has been paid down. So you could be in a position right now where that $800,000 home is worth, worst case scenario, like $920 to $950, best case scenario, about $1 million. So you're able to take consideration of your mortgage buy down plus the down payment you made and the market appreciation as your full equity that you can leverage to buy something that is either bigger or in a different area that you want to move to. So the scariest thing when deciding to do something like that is usually the qualification process. Will they be able to qualify for a mortgage based on their income? And also, because of the rising interest rates right now, will they be able to afford the monthly payment, even if they do qualify for a purchase that is $1 million to $1.2 million? So those are the first things that we would consider. I would work with you to get those numbers on a whiteboard, connect you to a few of my mortgage partners to see, based on your income, what you can qualify for. A lot of times when people decide to make a move like this, there is an emotional reason behind it. The first clients that I helped to buy their first home was in Barrie. They have a lot of their friends in Brampton, but the prices in Brampton were just not affordable for them at that point in time. So they considered an area like Barrie where they were able to secure a townhouse at about $420,000. That sounds, pretty crazy, but in 2020, those prices were possible. So they secured a townhouse for about $415,000 to $420,000. And about a year and a half, that property appreciated. They did a few minor changes to their home, like upgraded their kitchen by adding new cabinets, a new counter in their kitchen. They did a few renovations to their basement to make it more livable. So in 2021, they were able to sell that townhouse for about 650 to 675. It doesn't sound like a lot, but they had built-in equity of about 200,000 plus, along with the initial down payment and a little bit of their mortgage buy down. So they were in this position now to leverage their equity and buy something in Brampton, because a lot of their friends live in Brampton, and they were really excited about making this move. So that is an example of how families can take advantage of the time and the appreciation that has happened on their property, to see if they can move to their dream area or move to a home that is bigger, that can accommodate a growing family, that can accommodate people visiting from different parts of the world. So I would recommend, if you are considering making a move, take advantage of the time right now with the rising interest rates. There is a lot of buyers that are kind of kicking themselves because they didn't make a move last year or the year before, because a lot of people were waiting for the market to crash. We are kind of in the middle of a recession right now, but the rising interest rates have made it very clear that there is a lot of room for negotiation in house prices right now. So if you work with a trusted partner like myself, I can assure you that negotiating the best price, but also pointing out the best areas in the city that can give you overtime appreciation and be able to leverage the most equity out of your current homes, I can totally help you with that. So another aspect of taking advantage of this market, if you are very comfortable in the home that you live in and you don't want to move and you have no need to upsize, is starting an investment portfolio. If you have built-in equity, and if you're in a position where refinancing your home and pulling out some equity and paying that new payment is not going to affect you that much, I would highly recommend looking at options where you can become a first-time investor. Get the experience of becoming a landlord. I can help you find properties not only in the GTA, but also a little bit outside of the GTA, a little bit further, that can give you a really good rental return, potentially cash flow. I mean, the goal is to break even in this market with the rising interest rates. So breaking even is a big win. And eventually, as the interest rates do go down and you're in an ability to refinance that home, you will be positively cash flowing eventually. But to start off, being able to break even is a big win. So, for example, you bought a home in Brampton that was about $900 to $1 million a few years ago. And if you put in 10 or 5% down, 3 years later, 2 to 3 years later, you have that equity with the mortgage buy down, say it's worth about 1.2. If you're in a position to pull out about 60 to 100,000, you're in a great position to buy something in either Hamilton, Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, Welland, even London, maybe a condo townhouse, semi-detached home in some of those areas where you can rent a 3-bedroom home for about 26 to 2,800, and that will definitely cover your mortgage payment. So the prices could be anywhere from 350 to 550,000. So I would recommend, taking this time in the market to really evaluate if this could be something for you. If upsizing is not an option, then a great option would be to leverage that equity to buy another asset, another piece of real estate. And when you decide to buy something other than your primary residence, that whole process is really exciting, and sometimes it could become addictive, and you could potentially be adding to your portfolio 8 to 10 months. Every year you could be adding a new property. And it's the best way to build wealth, because immigration in Canada is ongoing, especially in Toronto. We have a shortage of homes, technically, because there is a lot of immigrants coming in. So there will never be a time where it'll be hard for you to rent out a real estate asset. So that is definitely something I would recommend to all my clients that have bought and are interested in, having a conversation about what's possible to grow their portfolio. And let's take it from there. If you have any more questions about how you can leverage this time in the market to your own advantage by either upsizing or becoming a first-time investor, send me a message and share in the comments what else you would like me to talk about. Like I said, your input is very valuable. So if you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel, I would love to continue sharing valuable content with you.